Hello. The dogs are right here. As soon as I started recording, they gathered in front of the camera to do this. I would show you what they're doing, but I can't move. I can't move! Okay. I'm in my parents' house, which is where I usually am when I'm not at my house. And their house is just really cold because, you know, it's a big house actually, and it's expensive to heat a big house. Oh, he's snorting. He is snorting on my sweater. That's why I'm wearing this strawberry bonnet. My little fingies are numb. I got the fire going next to me, so you're gonna hear some crackling. I am gonna do some brainstorming today to figure out what we need to do to get the bedroom in my house completed. Some mood boarding to figure out what we need to do to freshen up that space. We gotta get some art. We gotta get some curtains. We gotta get some bedding. And there's some stuff we already have and some stuff that we need to get done. For Christmas, I got two really beautiful prints. My dad found them for me. They're so gorgeous. I love them so much. And one of them is not framed, so I am going to try and get them framed this week. We're gonna see how successful that is. I'm gonna start out by going through some bedrooms that inspire me and that I have really admired, and some are on my Pinterest board. The Pinterest board that I created for our home is kind of sectioned off. I have 19 sections that include TV, sitting room, greenhouse, floor, washroom, porch, etc. But the bedroom one has definitely evolved since we painted our bedroom green, because I think in the beginning, if I scroll down, it was a lot of kind of wallpaper, a little bit lighter walls, but a lot of murals still, which I absolutely do want to create a mural on the closet doors. With a bedroom, it just feels so good when it's all encompassing, and I think that's why I gravitate towards darker color. It is where you're sleeping, it's where you're cozy, it's where you want to feel a little bit like secure, like in a cave. Here is the inspiration for the closet doors that I saw on this really beautiful bedroom. There's a lot of different angles of this bedroom, but it's so gorgeous. This is something that I want to kind of emulate. I really want to make the space more ours, a little bit eclectic, I guess, because our style is pretty eclectic. And I'm not trying to make it more eclectic, but that's what I'm just drawn to. So having a mix of modern, mid-century, 18th century, you know, whatever really is just sort of warm, cozy, vibrant, bright, beautiful to me. I know that's very subjective. Oh, here's more of the closet. This is another angle. And here I think you can see a little bit more. Now we're going more into moody colors, which is more of where we ended up landing. In a lot of these you can see unique lamps, lamps with shades, which we have a lot of. And then here we're back at the top, and I watched Amelie for the first time in my life maybe 6 months ago at this point, and I'm just so, people told me to watch it all my life pretty much, you know, since I was a teenager. People were saying like, oh, you gotta watch this movie, you would love it, and I just kept forgetting about it. But I wish I had watched it sooner, but it's okay. I like really enjoyed it. It was beautiful. Definitely a lot of adult content, but the aesthetic of that film is so amazing. Let me pull up Amelie apartment. The difference between her apartment and what we're doing is she was working in mostly reds, and then she would have contrasting colors to that. Like here, she's got the blue primary lamp, so it was really beautiful to see primary red and then primary blue, or like red with a little orange in it, so it really contrasted. It was a complementary color to the blue. Got her in her bed. That's like in a crazy bright red bedroom with green pillows, so complementary color of red. And it's just so beautiful. Like all the scenes in this film, the colors are so gorgeous. And I know that that's kind of what the film is known for at this point. Everybody knows Amelie's aesthetic is like awesome. But it really inspired me, and I was so happy that we'd painted our bedroom that deep green color, because I felt like we could really play off of complementary colors like some red orange, kind of like this image. It reminded me of the aesthetic of Amelie. That light fixture is incredible. I believe it's, yeah, $12,930, so it's just there for the aesthetic, not for shopping list. And then this one, I really liked the juxtaposition of the more old style ceiling, like classic, more rustic, more cottage, with the, I think that's batten board walls, and like the old classic vintage pieces on the wall. And then we have like a more mid-century chair, and the end table and the lamp, that's all sort of mid-century modern. And this is really inspiring me, and gives me a lot of ideas for bedding and what we want to do with lighting in the room. All right, so that's my Pinterest board. So without further ado, let's get into the mood board and see what's going on here. I know that wearing this is like a silly way to do a video, but I was so cold, and this just keeps all the heat inside. So sorry I look goofy. I mean, I think I like my strawberry bonnet, but I know that some people might be not into it. Sorry. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to add in images from the bedroom and just pop them in here so that we have a starting out point. We got our fresh 2 new brown lamps that you saw if you watched the last video. Then I'm gonna grab this one of the window and just plop it over here. This is kind of just to mess around with curtain ideas. All right, and now we got this guy, which is the wall that you see as soon as you enter the bedroom. So it's opposite of the bed headboard. I'm not going to use this picture that much. I'm just kind of looking at the scale of it. I need to get the mural inspiration back up here, so I'm going to grab it and take a screenshot and just get it onto the mood board so that everything's all in one place. And I mean, I'm just using Procreate, not sponsored, but I know a lot of people use other things for mood boards, but I don't have other things currently. So this is what I'm using, and it works fine. I don't know, I like it. Plopping this guy in here just to kind of look at it with all the other colors going on in the room. All right, so for the other inspiration image, I'm in the murals board that I created. So this is a lot of the inspiration that I'm looking at. And one in particular that Gavin really loved is this one, which is a wallpaper from Cherish. So I'm just screenshotting that guy. And then I'll plop them in. What we really liked about this one is the layers and kind of the storytelling. You can see the landscape changing as it gets to different areas in the composition. And there's a lot going on, and it's just so beautiful. Oh yeah, and then the other one I'm gonna grab is right here, and I'm just gonna plop that guy into the same spot. So I'll do that real quick. So now onto the wall with the bed frame, the headboard, and the lamps. And I'm gonna be putting the, hopefully, the plan is, after the pieces get framed, I'm gonna put the coffee pot and the teapot up here. Maybe a yay distance apart. I'm not saying I'm committed to buying new blankets for our bed, because we do have some blankets already. I don't have like a throw, or I don't have a coverlet that I'm absolutely in love with, so it would be cool to find something incredible. I was thinking like a quilt, like something like this could be really nice. So I'll grab this one because this is kind of similar position as the bed is. But if you remember our apartment, our first apartment that we had, we used a brown Pendleton wool blanket, and that was like the top blanket on the bed, and I really loved how that looked. And if that works well in this space, then maybe we would do that again. Or maybe we'd look for a little bit of a brighter blanket since the room is so dark, and that brown blanket might be a little darker than what we would need, maybe. I know that Gavin really wants to brighten the space up, so I want to try and do that. So I'm just erasing the extraneous stuff in the background here. And then now I want to go back to my board and try to find just some pillows that I like. And I mean, pretty simple. Like, we'll probably do maybe white covers behind and then maybe some cute cover in front. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. I don't really know exactly what we are gonna do, but this is a good example of where we're headed. All right, look how nice they look. The funny thing is that the background of this photo was taken at night, and all these ones that I'm superimposing were taken during the day, so it looks a little crazy. It looks kind of AI generated. But it's a rendering. It's a rendering. It's fine. So now I want to think about curtains, and I don't have any great images on my Pinterest of curtains, so I'm just gonna do a quick search in Safari real quick, because I don't know, just any kind of light linen curtain is good. So this is like the first site where they have some nice pictures. I'm not saying I'm gonna get them from here. I have no idea. I haven't like researched this brand or anything, but these are nice looking, and I like that pinch pleat, and it looks like you can get them in a multiple different types of closings at the top, but pinch pleat is an option. So I'm just gonna take this guy. A big part of this mood board is to show Gavin, like, hey Gavin, look, see, it's gonna turn out great. Because sometimes I give him ideas and he's like, I can't visualize what you're saying. So here is a visual for Gavin and you. Okay, here we go. I'm putting this image that I really liked up here to go on the dresser. Just getting rid of the crap. I just really like the brightness of the art, the lightness and brightness. Okay, lighting and lamps. This is something that is tricky because lighting and lamps are expensive and hard to find good ones. But there are some that really tickle me or make me say, wow. And that's what this board is for. I really obviously love mid-century design, but also some older designs as well, which you see in my lamps around my home. But let's head over to Facebook Marketplace real quick and just see what's going on over there. I get a lot of lights on Marketplace. Let's do the swinging wall sconce and just see what comes up here. I was sending stuff to Gavin. Not promising. Not good at all, not great. Alright, so sconces on here, not promising. There's a lot of styles that I don't like so much. There's a couple things that are like interesting, and then you look and it's like, oh, that's a sponsored ad. But shush, shush, shush. Sorry, the dogs are insane today. Not a good day for filming. Okay, I'm gonna go over to eBay because that's a good spot to look for lights as well. And because at this point, it's not just about inspiration. It's like, okay, I gotta start getting the stuff that I'm talking about. We're gonna move in at some point, and I want this stuff to be there. So eBay, not great, I gotta say. Ooh, this is good. I like this swinging arm one. Okay, so I really like this. I'm gonna send it to Gavin and see if he likes it. I'm thinking of this up above that corner where the dresser is, like on that side, but not centered above the dresser, but off to the right. All right, we are in Etsy. This one is really nice. $80. That's, you know, it's like, for a light fixture, it's not that expensive, but to me, I'm a cheapskate, so I'm kind of like, ugh. Like everything I get is like free. Facebook Marketplace, I'm spoiled, I know it. Like the stuff my dad finds is like crazy, and he gets it for like $2 or something, but I know that the value is higher. Here's another shop that looks good. Vintage Thrifter, Netherlands. I think the only, okay, yeah, I think the only thing with this shop is that it's in the Netherlands, so everything here is gonna have that type of cord that needs a, you know what I'm saying? I forget the word, but it's gonna need a different plug. These are pretty reasonable prices, to be honest. Again, I am a cheapskate, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy any of them, but I want to. I like them all. This one is so cool. IKEA vintage wall lamp. I love the pole with the little bead, the wooden bead. That is so beautiful. I love the primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. So cool. I love that one. I don't know where I would put it. I can't just buy stuff to buy stuff. I have to have a plan. That could go on that wall. It's not exactly what we would need there though. We kind of want it to be like a reading corner, so that light wouldn't work super well. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy in here to show Gavin. See if he will like how that looks. This one is really cool. I really like the look of it. So, I mean, it's really up to what you like and what your style is, obviously. When it comes to planning and designing a room, like your process is not gonna be probably the same as my process. But hopefully this was helpful to somebody. Or at least, I don't know, a little inspiring. Yeah. Thanks for joining me on creating my mood board, and hopefully I'll be able to order some of this stuff, get some of this stuff framed, and I might be able to get that process too. We'll see. But if I don't get that process on video, then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The life of Rosalind is the life for me.